Let me tell you about Bob. Bob had 3 kids, Michelle, Michael, and Chris. Now, Chris had special needs. He was living in a home. He lived off government aid. Bob wanted to disinherit both Chris and Michael. He had lent Michael a lot of money during COVID and decided that was his inheritance. He didn't have to pay it back. And Michelle was already on all his bank accounts and was on the deed to his house. So he figured, I don't need a trust. I'm good. I don't need any estate planning documents. Well, Bob was wrong. Now, Bob was 93 when I talked to him. And I explained that if Michelle, for example, did something bad, like, drove into a crowd and the accident went past her policy limits, that all of his assets were subject to her lawsuit because her name was on the assets. Therefore, they're her assets. Second, what if she gets married? They are now subject to any divorce, but also they're subject to any manipulation by her new spouse. But let's just pretend none of these things ever happen because Michelle's a great person. Okay, great. What happens a few years down the road when Bob has dementia and he can't make decisions anymore? Well, it's okay, right? Because Michelle's on all the accounts. She can just take care of everything, right? Well, what if she has a heart attack? What if she gets in a car accident and she dies? Now, her name is essentially, for all purposes here, off of everything, and it's just in Bob's name. And so Bob now is basically sole owner of all these accounts in the house. And he is incoherent. He cannot draft any documents. So now there is no one who can just come on in and say, all right, well, let's go ahead and create a trust so we don't go through probate. Oh, and hey, by the way, because there's no will or trust, California law applies and says everything equal to all children. That means that Chris and Michael are going to get 50-50. Now, I'm not worried about Michael getting a little more than he's entitled to. That's okay. But Chris, who lives off government aid, is going to inherit hundreds of thousands of dollars and be kicked off his government aid until every cent is spent down. And that's not really fair to him. That's poor planning and should just never happen. And it wouldn't happen if they did a proper estate plan.